a dead zone. So we're just gonna stick to outside for now. Yes, hit the thumbs up button. So we're gonna go across the street so you guys can see the fort. You see it over here? So this fort is the oldest. This is a Spanish fort where Spain originally landed. Of course, this is the oldest city in America. So, I'm gonna show you this fort is the only national park that flies a foreign flag. It flies the, it flies the Spanish flag, which is the only national park that flies a foreign flag. So, good little trivia question for St. Augustine. But we're not going to go do the tour, but we will kind of walk around the front of it so you can see. Okay? All right, let's go across the street. I guess I can dig back out my sunglasses. Citygate Distillery is where we were trying to go into, but needless to say, that did not happen because I lost you guys. Couldn't even get you back. So, had to walk around the corner. So, I'll have to give you a rundown on what I think of that later. So I was busy getting you guys back. But we're going to go to this light right here and cross the street and go over so you can see the fort. The fort is made of something called coquina, which is made of shells and other stuff. Super strong, super smart. Catch it while it's going here. And the cool psychological thing that these Spaniards did whenever someone would try and take over the fort, and so they would be on boats. You'll see the water's just on the other side over here. But they would be on boats and they would be lobbing cannonballs with their cannons into the fort. And, you know, it would do some damage in the sense that it would, you know, make divots and hole, you know. These walls are like 3 foot thick. This is why it's still standing today. But what they would do is at night, when things were quiet and dark, they would come out and patch the holes. They would come out and patch the holes so that in the morning, when they got ready to start firing on it again, they would look through their spyglass and not see any holes or divots. I can't see if you guys are talking, so forgive me. I'll look at a live chat here in a second. So it was like a psychological thing that it didn't look like it did any damage because they patched it in the middle of the night. How hilarious is that? What an awesome psychological warfare they had going on way back in the day. There's the Spanish flag. Like I said, the only national park that has a foreign flag. See people up there. So if you are you have a pass to all the national parks, like my dad does, this is one of the national parks that you can go in. So pretty cool. If you aren't, I think it costs maybe 10 or 15 bucks to take the tour. It's not bad. Not bad at all. This is one of these cities that you can go see a lot of historic things for not very much money. Nothing is super costly. How old is the fort? Okay, I saw that. I'm gonna go right over here and we can read some stuff. The boats. Lots of boats out in the bay. Another cool thing was they had these wrought iron spikes that were on a chain with cannonballs attached to it. Not obviously not explodable ones, but that would weigh it down. And they would put the chains down in the water in the bay whenever they knew that enemies were coming in, and so they would bring their boats into the bay, and it would just chew up the whole bottom of the boat and they would sink. So they had those chains going all the way across the bay, and that was another way to keep boats from coming in that they didn't want in. So pretty cool. These guys had a few brain cells to rub together, I'll tell you that. Let's see. Someone can Google. I don't know. Oh, here we go. This heat index, extreme caution. That's going to be like that all year. Oh, here's the coquina. Here you guys go. So it was built using coquina, which is local limestone, porous limestone made from millions of seashells pressed together for thousands of years. The Spanish coated the fort walls with plaster made from oyster shells to help waterproof the structure. So there you go. Pretty cool. Stuff is super sturdy. Let's see. Tell you how many. 15 bucks a person, 16 and up. Kids 15 and younger are free with an adult. There you go. Active duty military's free. Very cool. Size cannons there. I'll show you. I go this way. Let's go down this way. Visited here many times. Oh, your friend Donna lives here. Well, that's probably why you visit, right? Nice. So this is the bay. Show you. There's a place over here that shows you how they made the cannonballs, which are really cool. Multi-use moat. So yeah, this used to be the moat. Smells and sounds like a real farmyard. Mooing cows, clucking chickens, and snorting pigs are penned up in the moat. 1702 British siege made staying in the town dangerous. Townspeople moved into the fort for protection, bringing their livestock with them. Farmers brought their recent harvest to extend the storeroom rations. For more than a month, nearly 1,500 people crowded into the fort, relying on these provisions until the siege ended. This wide, dry ditch made the Castillo less vulnerable to infantry attacks. Combined with other defenses, the moat protected the fort's lower walls from cannon fire. The uncovered expanse also exposed would-be attackers to soldiers firing from the fort's gun deck. There you go. There you go. 1672. And it's still standing, people. Still standing. How about that? Pretty darn cool. You know, I think all the time about like Europe and what they call history is so much longer than our history here in America. But this kind of makes you feel like, okay, we do have some things. 1472. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's good history. Let's see. Fortress facelift. Through treaty, Spain ceded Florida to the United States in 1821. Built to defend the city, the Castillo remained a defensive post when ownership changed. Renaming Fort Marion, the Americans made the Castillo part of the U.S. coastal defense system. They brought the fort's defenses up to date by thickening the seawall. There's the seawall. Filling in a section of the moat and building granite and iron semicircle gun platforms. Mounted only 7 feet above sea level, the howitzers and cannons here in the water battery could threaten ships miles away. There you go, there's a picture. 1893 photos show the gun platform in front of you. Seems similar guns in the display behind you and cannons from Fort Marion in St. Augustine Plaza de la Constitution. So there's the platform there where this used to sit. There we go. All right. This is where they made the cannonballs. There we go. The furnace fire is blazing hot. A team of soldiers prepare a hot shot to fire at wooden warships, heating cannonballs until they glow. During a naval attack, one soldier tends the coal fire and loads the cannonballs. After 30 minutes, other soldiers use tongs to remove the red hot shot and carry it to the guns along the seawall. The goal of the hot shot was to set an empty enemy ship on fire. Although soldiers here never fired hot shots in battle, they drilled for the possibility. The advent of ironclad ships during the Civil War made hot shots furnace obsolete. Pretty cool. What a good idea. At least when everything was wood. Nice. I'm not going to walk all the way around the fort because there's really nothing else to read. It's just the fort all the way around. There's the bay. I go over that bridge all the time to go to my favorite beach in Volano. So Volano Beach is over there. Nice and quiet today. Those big puffy clouds. And that, right there, that bridge is Lions Bridge. I'll show you where the lions are, which are on either side of the opening of the bridge. I believe the lions were donated to us. Not sure by whom, so hopefully we'll find a plaque that tells you that. But anyway, yeah, for anybody who didn't hear at the very beginning, the cool kind of psychological warfare that the Spaniards like to do. You see a lot of holes over there on that wall. That kind of shows you what some of the cannonballs, the small ones, would do. They would put divots and stuff in this coquina. But what's cool is at night they would come out of their fort and patch up these holes. So in the morning, when they would look through their spyglass and look at the fort, it would look completely unharmed. So smart. I love those Spaniards. Little psychological warfare. Mess with their heads. All right. So let's continue walking the waterfront. Point out a few excellent places to eat. And the Hilton is down here. They built several years ago. It's a perfect place to stay if you don't do bed and breakfast. But yeah, there's the fort, the Spanish fort, Fort Castillo. And it is a national park. So, like I said, if you've got a pass to all the national parks, you can get in here. If not, it's $15 for an adult, so not bad. Active duty's free. Under 14 is free. So if you're a family with a bunch of, should we go back? Let's go back the way we came. That way we can walk that sidewalk. Oh, okay. Sure. This is gonna see. Come here, guys. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna follow this path. All right, no problem. Thank you. And there's Lions Bridge. Make a great tour guide. I don't know about that, but you know what? I think we are going to walk down this way. There's a good crossing down here. We wouldn't be missing much. Right over by the Pirate Museum. Another place to take kids. Or also in that Pirate Museum, they have one of the original swords that Johnny Depp used in the very first Pirates of the Caribbean. In that Pirate Museum. Does cost, but not very much. Again, like I said, most of these places where you have to purchase a ticket are not super expensive. I bet the priciest ticket would be maybe Ripley's Believe It or Not, which is the very first. Ripley's is here, the very first one. Unfortunately, Ripley didn't get to see it come to pass. That was his dream. But his wife ended up making it come true after his death. But that's probably the most expensive ticket, and I think it's like $25, something like that for adults. I'm not sure. You can look it up if you really want to know. All right. We are going to go across the street. Hey, dude. Now we can walk. Brand new. They just built this river and fort. Need to try it out for dinner one night. Just added on to this building. Piano bar coming soon. Nice. Marco's Piano Bar. That used to be a little breakfast place where it was only open for breakfast. Did like bagels. Best Western right here on the bayfront. Very pretty. One of the nicest Best Westerns that I know of. Look at it. This is your view right across the street from the bay. Not too shabby. Get a nice breeze too. All right, we're coming up on Meehan's, one of my favorite local Irish pubs. They have music, live music in the evenings on weekends. That's where I wish Aaron O'Grady had come and played at. It's my Irish musician who used to play outside of Raglan Road. He's gallivanting around the country now. He's actually playing for a Irish dancer group that's going on tour. So that's kind of cool. Here is the Teeny Martini Bar. Super cute. Right here on the water. They have outdoor seating as well as indoor. Pretty nice. Hilton's coming up. It's the one I was telling you about. Moved in, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. Beautiful. Lions Bridge coming up on our left. Let me see if you guys are saying anything. It's hard to see. Heidi's putting us on mute. Hi, Debbie. D-Lo. How you doing? Hi, Tanya. Kyrie still talks about eating alligator with you. Nice. Hi, Thomas. It is a beautiful day, Jen. It is. Oh, yeah. So there's the Hilton. The Hilton right there. This is part of the Hilton, too. So these are all rooms with balconies looking out to the bay. Not bad. It's quiet in the evenings during the week. So sitting out on your balcony would be probably quite lovely. And cool with the breeze. Always a breeze over here. So when they were planning St. Augustine, they made all of the streets go east-west, north-south, and that way the breeze would carry all the way down the narrow streets. It was also narrow streets, so it was harder for cannonballs to go down and do damage to the town. So obviously the people on the bayfront would take most of the hits, but because the roads were so narrow, the breezes came down, but the cannonballs did not. Y'all, I learned all of this by riding these tours over and over and over when family would come to town. Oh, Harry's. This is probably one of the best seafood places you can get seafood here in St. Augustine is Harry's. Hooked on Harry's, seafood bar and grill. They have outdoor seating, they have indoor seating. It's lovely. And this gives you an idea. Here's the lunch menu. Fried green tomatoes is a starter. Hello. Crab cakes, salmon dip, all kinds of sandwiches, seafood, bourbon favorites, Bourbon Street favorites. And then down here, the dinner menu. Crawfish and shrimp, black and red fish, signature dishes, crab and scallop, Orleans, crab custard, redfish royale. Yum. Yum. Okay, moving on. Moving on. There's some of the outdoor seating. It's lovely. Lovely. Okay, do you see the lions for Lions Bridge? There they are. There they are. Oh, now cars are going to get in the way. But they're on either side of the bridge. That is a drawbridge. It goes up a couple times a day. Scheduled times for when the larger boats need to go through. We still got a pretty good signal. You guys seeing everything okay? Yep, there's Lions Bridge. Goes across to Anastasia Island. That restaurant right over there with the really cool patio up above on the second floor, that used to be a hotel. And they did film some of, trying to remember the name of it. Is it House of Wax? had Vincent Price as the main actor. Was he in House of Wax? Anyway, some of it was filmed right there. Long time ago. So this is the town square. This has a great macaron place right here, Le Macaron. They have amazing macarons. Town square is where they all got together to hear the news of the day. Once a month, the governor would come out on his little spot up here, his little balcony, and he would. There you go. Look at that. Ooh, coconut Nutella. Ooh. Salted caramel, tiramisu. Yum. Mango, blueberry, Colombian coffee. It all looks so good. Look at that. Look at that shoe. That's edible. The lipsticks are edible. That's so cool. So cool. Bonjour. All right, there's some cool things just on the street alone. Grilled cheese gallery. They have a really cool menu. I'll show it to you. It sits outside. Ancient City Brewing is a great tap room. Oh, they're closed right now. I can't show you the grilled cheese. Art Studio. Kookaburra is a coffee place. They have several places around town. Yeah, so this is where, right over there is where the governor would come out. And he would tell everybody the news once a month. Can you imagine? We have everything at our fingertips now. You get it once a month. Here's the cathedral. This is oh, come on, Beth. I used to be a Catholic. Get this right. This is one of the few Catholic churches that the Pope can actually have Mass at. What is that? That's a, so it's been, Bastille? No. I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, it's so bad of me. That is actually part of the tour that I've heard here. Anyway, it's a gorgeous church. And the Pope can have Mass here if he wants. You know, if he feels like coming to Florida, hey, there you go. He was in the House of Wax. Ah, I was right. Yay me. I'm going to give you more info as we walk down towards the so we're going to walk past a hotel that was owned by Flagler. Flagler owned a bunch of hotels and things around here. Here's the thing. He didn't own this one. They built it. This guy built it. Beautiful. All he was doing was waiting for the furniture. And then he was going to be able to book the place up and make tons of money. Right? Kind of to go up against Flagler and all his hotels. Well, he was waiting for the furniture to arrive on the train. And it wasn't coming, and it wasn't coming. And if you've ever flipped a house or anything like that, you've got an investment put into this, but you don't have any return yet, right? You need to do it as quickly as possible so you can get your money back. he was waiting for the furniture, waiting for the furniture. It never came. Got to a point where he was going bankrupt. So Flagler swooped in and bought it from this guy for pennies on the dollar. Here it is right here. Isn't it gorgeous? They just refurbished it like 5-6 years ago. Gorgeous. If you're willing to spend more money, that's a great place to stay in St. Augustine, but it's definitely pricey. So anyway, Flagler came in, bought it for pennies on the dollar, and then what do you know? The furniture arrived on the train. Why do you think that is? Wait, because Flagler owned the railroad. That's right. Flagler was the one to bring the train all the way down the East Coast, just like I-95, all the way down, which did great things for Florida in general, which is why you see a lot of Flagler stuff. But this right here, this hotel, yeah, he got this for a song, all because he theoretically made sure the train never arrived with the furniture until he got his hands on it. So, pretty shrewd guy, I'll give you that. Pretty shrewd. All right, some other cool things. That's Flagler University. Used to be a hotel, the first hotel that had indoor lighting. That's right. They had guys stationed outside in the hallways because people were so nervous about possibly getting shocked because they were all so paranoid about it. That they had men outside in the hallways to flip on your lights when you came to your room. They got paid to flip on the lights. It's also in the lunch room of this university, which I'm not going to walk around that way, but they have Tiffany glass going all the way around. It now has bulletproof glass over it to protect it. It's worth billions. But it's Tiffany stained glass in their cafeteria. It's all terracotta, all very Spanish. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna walk this way. So that's the Lightner Museum. That was one of Flagler's hotels, and it was the first hotel that had an indoor pool. That's right, an indoor pool. And check this out, ladies. The women had the deep end and the men had the shallow end. Reason for is the women, they feel, were talked so much that they thought that if they had to be in the deep end and wade and have to stay afloat, that they wouldn't have time to talk. Yeah. Whereas the men had the shallow end. Remember me telling you about in the bay how they had those chains with the spikes that they would put under the water whenever their enemies would try and bring their boats into the bay to shoot their cannons and take over the city or whatever? I'm going to show you what those look like, because now they use them at the Flagler University as decoration. That's what they look like. They would rip up the hull of wooden boats. Isn't that cool? They got them all the way down here. But that's what they are. That's what was under the water. Pretty cool, right? Oh, nice, Martha. Eating it. There you go. So this is a replica. See See, I don't know so much history behind this. There's some really cool rugs in there that are seriously old, hung up. But this is like a replica of what it is where in Spain, I guess. I can't remember. Some guy came over here and built it. It's built with layers of coquina. That was before they barred people from using coquina. I think because they were taking all the limestone. I don't know, you'd have to read up more on that. All right. So yeah, this is all part of the college here. They're kind of spread out a little bit more now. They took over some more buildings as they grew. But yeah. Somebody was filming down here a couple weeks ago, right on the street over here or something. They had it all barred off. Looked like they were filming something. There's a post office I go to at least once a week. Dropping off packages for Etsy. Speaking of Etsy, guys, go check out my Etsy store. You don't have to buy anything if you don't want to. There are some really cool monorail wood coasters where you can pick your own color monorail. Pretty darn cool, make a great gift. But I also do mostly campsigns for people who are big RVers and campers. But what I'm saying is you don't have to buy anything, just go like some stuff. My daughter, cast member Alex, has some paintings on there that she's selling. Lots of cool stuff. Some Olga's 10-inch round that are very similar to the coasters, or they're just like the coasters except they're 10-inch round piece of wood. It's a pretty historic building. Flagler has it now, so it's being well taken care of. The Markland House. There you go, Markland. Anderson family home has been a local landmark since 1843. Dr. Andrew Anderson, a prominent civic leader, laid the foundations of the Coquina Shellstone House in 1839, just before his death in a yellow fever epidemic. The original house, which forms the east wing of the present building, was completed by his widow, Clarissa Anderson. His son, the second Dr. Andrew Anderson, developed the Markland Orange Grove, which extended from present-day Cordova Street westward to San Sebastian River into the most famous groves in Florida after the Civil War. As a friend and business associate of Dr. Anderson, Henry M. Flagler purchased the eastern portion of the grove in 1880s for the site of his hotel, Poncylon. After the death of Dr. Anderson in 1925, the house was purchased by St. Augustine Mayor Herbert E. Wolfe, who sold it to Flagler College in 1968. There we go. There we go. All right. Distillery. Right down here, we're going to hang a left. D-Lo is off work. Woohoo! Okay, guys, so I want to tell you about Magical Moment Day. It's going to be on June 26th, and we are giving away Stitch. That's right. It's going to be the same price as the Pluto, so $10 a piece. We're going to do Stitch on 626. How about that? We're going to try and find a Stitch meet and greet to do, just like we did Pluto, since that worked out so well. So in theory, it might be in Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom. We'll see. I have to do some research on that as to where Stitch is these days. But we're going to try for that. So we have the month of June, guys. June 1st starts tomorrow. If you would like to donate, make sure you can Zelle, PayPal, or Venmo. And all the information for those three things are in the description of the stream. Plus, I probably got mods putting it up right now. Stitch, $10 a piece. You can sponsor one, you can sponsor 10, whatever you want to do. I would love to at least get to 50 again, like we did Pluto's. Pluto, we gave away how many? 53 Plutos. So yeah, can't wait. Stitch 626, June 26th. I hope you can watch with us so we can hand out Stitch to a bunch of happy people, unsuspecting guests, whether it be adults or children, who knows. It's going to be exciting though. It's going to be exciting. All right, we're going to go across this way and we'll go across that way. Yay! Here we go. And rent all kinds of things here to get around St. Augustine, though I truly think you should walk it because you can get to a lot of places just by walking if you stay here in historic St. Augustine. Another cool thing is they have the trolley. So if you are staying here and you'd rather the trolley take you around and you can get off and on and off and on. I just didn't do it today because I was like, we need to walk. Though I'm not wearing my watch today that would count my steps. Dang it. It would be so proud of me. Say that because it tells me it's proud when I do walk. Yes, that's what we've gotten to with technology now. Getting positive reinforcement from our technology. $10. Just like the Plutos were. Just like the Plutos. So $10 per stitch. That sounds funny. $10 a stitch. Sounds painful. Oh, there used to be a cute little farmer's market over there. Now it's gone. COVID took it away. All right, Distillery and then Winery. Are you ready? Hopefully we'll catch the next tour. You guys want to do a tour? We could just go do the tasting, but I'd rather do the tour so you guys could see the barrels that they're aged in. They do a special bourbon that they use the port barrels of the winery, which we'll go to next, to make a particular kind of bourbon. So cool. And vice versa, they take the bourbon barrels and they make something out over there, which you'll learn. All right. See, not a very far walk. And I've stayed in the shade for the most part too. Don't know if you've noticed that. It's a nice restaurant called Ice Plant that's upstairs in the back. And they do a lovely brunch on Saturdays and Sundays, I think. Or maybe it's just Sundays. It's back that way where those people are. All right. You guys ready? Ready to learn about liquor? Here we go. I love this place. Hello. Okay. I am.
Awesome. Is it just you?
It is just me.
So I just need you to sign in on the iPad. And then afterwards you're going to meet my friend John for your first cocktail sample before they open.
Okay. Yes. Hi.
That'll be Florida Mule.
Florida Mule.
Yes.
Which is made of?
The Florida Mule is made fresh Tuesday with one part. Part Florida distilled vodka and 8 proof. Made
Okay.
from Florida cane sugar. It's a very interesting, good one. I don't think I've ever seen one like that before.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
Neat. Where'd you get that at? I'm generally curious. Sorry.
Amazon.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, it has one part of our all-natural Florida Mule mixer, no artificial ingredients or preservatives.
Okay.
And 2 parts seltzer water.
Okay.
Strain through ice for maximum freshness and enjoy it. Sounds fun. The Florida Mule is different from Moscato Mule. That's made with freshly squeezed ginger juice as opposed to ginger beer or ginger ale. It also contains lime juice, Florida cane sugar, water, cayenne pepper, and cinnamon. It is an all-natural product.
Oh, that was so good.
Enjoy.
Okay. Here we go, guys. Tour continues this way. Oh, push. Yep, there we go. Thank you. Whoa, okay, it's warmer in here. Here's the barrels. These used to not be self-guided, but they do at certain times a year. As they get busier, it's self-guided. Look at that. That's freaking awesome. No, go ahead. You. That is cool. All right. Yeah, see, there's their port finish. So that means it was finished in port barrels, which were from the winery, and they brought them over here. And the Saint is their special small batch. It's super expensive. This is like $125, $150, whatever. Let's see. Cooperage, the art of barrel making. Look at that. Small family run, Cooperage in Kentucky uses traditional techniques reserved for the construction of our barrels. The saves are joined together with metal hoops and then heated over a fire to soften the wood and make it pliable after the barrel is joined. But before the heads are inserted, the barrel goes through a second heating process which chars the inside of the barrel. The degree of charring or toasting plays a critical role to determine which flavors the barrel will impart on the spirit. We age our spirit in barrels for several years, imparting toasty, spicy, woody notes to the stored spirits and adding to the complexity of its character. There you go, guys. There you go. All right. Got a lot of stuff going on here. Cooking the mash. Bourbon begins its life as a blend of cooked grains called mash. We use 60% corn, 22% malt barley, and 18% wheat to create our signature flavor. Once cooked, we pump mash to our fermenters where the magic begins. Scan the code to learn more, blah, blah, blah. All right. Fermentation and a feast for use. Our mash is rich in sugar, which becomes food for our hardworking yeast. It takes 4 days to ferment for our yeast to consume all the sugar and convert it to alcohol, carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide, this organic process actually makes alcohol in a sweet, delightful fragrance you smell inside our facility. I don't smell. To learn more, click there. There we go, that's step 2. Step 3 is mash to low wine. Every great still deserves a name. Bessie, our 750, that's that one right there. 750-gallon pot still serves and converts our fermented mash in the first of 2 distillations in this stripping run. We separate alcohol made during the fermentation by heating the mash and cooling the vapors to create our first distillate called low wines. Scan code to learn more. There you go. Heads, tails, and hearts. Ella, our 500-gallon spirit, still is where we finally start to see spirits as you know them. During each 8-hour distillation run, our distillers carefully taste the spirit and select only the best flavors. The middle part of the distillation, the hearts, are collected and used to fill our barrels. This new make whiskey, often called White Dog, is ultimately becomes bourbon. To learn more, you know what to do. There we go. Look inside our barrels. We put a finished high-proof spirit in new charred oak barrels. In 3 to 5 years, it will become our bourbon. Our barrels play a major role in shaping the flavor of our bourbon, giving it 100% of its color, up to 60% of its flavor and character. Scan code to learn more. I wonder if they're all the same code. Are they all the same code? So this is where they do a lot of bottling right here. Oh look, there's like a TV that shows us. Ooh. Okay. Oh, there we go. Bourbon whiskey, look at that. Nice. These things make for nice fans. Tour continues this way. Here we go.
Some ice and I'll be right back.
Gin and tonic and a rum tiki. Oh, this will be my favorite. I can tell you that right now.
You by yourself?
I am.
Mr. Redona. My name is Alan, and I have your next 2 samples. We're going to have a gin and tonic and a rum tiki. We're
Nice.
going to start with our gin. Now it's bottled at 94 proof, and it's a botanical gin, so it's going to be like a London dry.
Okay.
Our distillers put in 12 different botanicals, 3 are Florida citrus. It's also our most awarded spirit. We won 39 Spirit Awards with our gin, and 2 were for Best Craft Gin in America for 2 years in a row by USA Today's Reader's Choice.
Nice.
We're going to mix it with our essential tonic mix. Just some water, some sugar, some lime juice, and quinine.
Okay.
So these 2 drinks have the same bill as the mule. 1 part spirit, 1 part mix, and 2 parts seltzer.
Okay.
Give it a try.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
I didn't know if
No
that
questions.
would. No questions. I didn't know if it would, mess up your cadence
No.
of what you were doing.
No, no.
So I don't know anything about gin. What are the other gin that you spoke of, and how's that different from
The
yours?
London Dry has only 1 botanical, and that is juniper. So it's a very strong pine taste. So almost, to me, it smells like pine salt floor cleaner.
Okay.
Now, a botanical gin still has juniper. All gin has to have juniper.
Uh-huh.
We have 11 other botanicals and 3 are Florida citrus.
Oh, wow.
So it still has some pine taste, but it's not just only strong, very dry pine taste.
Right. It's blended with the other botanicals. Okay. Very
Now,
cool.
Your next drink is made with our rum. It's bottled at 90 proof. We distill our rum from, come on up, David, from molasses. When it comes off the still, it's clear. We're aging it just 6 months in a used bourbon barrel, so it's picking up a little light color. It's also getting a lot of its flavor and aroma of butterscotch and caramel. We're going to mix it with our tropical tiki mix. Coconut cream, pineapple juice, ginger juice, lime juice. I gave you all one, the same one twice.
Yeah, there you go. Here's your gin and tonic. So this isn't a dark rum. Would it just be considered a light rum,
Yes,
but
this
not
is
a
light rum. When
Okay.
it comes off the still, they're clear. That's called
Right.
a silver rum.
Okay.
As you age them, they change colors. At 9 months, we have a light rum. We let it stay in there for another 2-3 years. We have a dark.
Dark rum.
But
Gotcha.
at 9 months, it picks up a lot of flavor, and it also gets an aroma of butterscotch and caramel, as well as a nice light golden color. So it almost smells like a butterscotch candy. We're going to mix this one with our tropical tiki mix. It's coconut cream, pineapple juice,
Yum.
ginger juice, lime juice, sugar, almond, vanilla, and nutmeg. Has the same build.
Thank you. This is going to be my favorite, I know.
Now, when you're finished, your next stop is right up the steps into the gift shop. Look to your left to see the bourbon bar. You want to have an old-fashioned, made with your Florida straight bourbon. And if you want to try the spirit straight, just ask them before you straight sand. Have some fun. Thanks,
Great.
guys. Enjoy.
Thank you. Right.
See this one?
I like that. All right.
What else can I get you? The same bourbon you had in the old fashioned. This is just bottled after it sits in a port wine barrel. So port wine barrel in the St. Augustine winery. Hi there.
Hi.
You ready for a bourbon old fashioned?
We are.
Oh, so we're gonna mix you a classic old fashioned. It's gonna start with 4 shots of the forestry.
Nice. That's my favorite.
3-year-olds.
Mm-hmm. Florida
One
straight.
of the old fashioned. The old fashioned is the orange, the bitters, and the simple syrup.
Okay. It's just me.
you?
Yeah. Well, theoretically. All right.
Next one is
Old fashioned. 4 parts Florida straight, 1 part old fashioned mix, garnished. Yeah, well, not garnished because, that would be ridiculous. Oh, that's delicious. That's lovely.
really nice. 5 custom antique barrels. The Saint is our small batch special blend.
Oh, there you go, 200.
When this version's gone, it's gone. They'll go do a different custom blend. This blend is 110.4 proof. It is going to be 5 antique barrels that will not be the bourbon old fashioned barrel. It'll be age old fashioned. 4 of those 5 barrels. So this is for wine finish. This is old fashioned finish. So we're the only distillery that makes an old fashioned finished bourbon.
Could I try a little bit of that?
Yeah.
So if you guys want to see what some of the prices are, they have a grapefruit hibiscus to go with the gin. Yum. So the gin is $35. Florida straight is $50. That's my favorite. Port finish is $60 or $80? $80. Port finish is $80. Got all kinds of stuff. They've got coffee. They got bourbon maple syrup. They got bourbon barbecue sauce. Coconut rum popcorn. How about that? Bourbon praline pecans. Chocolate rum fudge. Oh my goodness. Let's go over here. They also have vodka. Vodka is $32. Mule mixer's $20. So not bad. Not bad prices at all. Here's the rum. $50. Most of their mixers are $20. I like that you can buy all the different kind of mixers here. That's kind of cool. Dude, there's some really eat sleep bourbon. My brother-in-law bought that one when he was here. I wonder if there's a bourbon out there thinking about me too. That's awesome. Some hats. Looks like really nice aprons.
Okay, we're going to do a bourbon old fashioned here. We're going to feature our Florida straight bourbon. This is one of the silver label.
All right, we're gonna get out of here since it's grainy.
Bourbon.
This makes a great fan, by the way. Can I give that back to you?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. Thank you. These. Oh, candles. Nice. Cigars, cigar cutters. Nice. Here we go, guys. That was the distillery. All right. You ready for the winery? Winery. You learned something? Tell me one thing that you learned today so far. And nobody can repeat the same answer. Ready, set, go. Absolutely, Andreas. On the 1st. Give me a time and where you want to meet. We'll do it. Okay. All right, come on. Give me something you learned. Beth likes bourbon. Come on, guys. Something you learned so far today, whether it's about St. Augustine or it's about something that we learned in the distillery. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Tell me. Were you listening? Oh, there you go. D-Lo. 35 years to be ready. Yep, the bourbon. Yep. What else? Come on, class. What did you learn? What did you learn? I guess we can go down here and then cut over near the chocolate. Could normally take this road, but they've been doing something at the end of it. Anybody else? Soldiers patch the holes in the walls. Very good, Kelly. Oh, wait. Heidi said the same thing. Longer it's aged, the darker it gets. Yes. Yes, especially for the rum. Yep. Very good, Mouse. Very good. What else? What else have we learned, guys? Come on. Lots of info. Lots of stuff about St. Augustine we've talked about already. Give it to me. Lay it on me. You didn't know there'd be a test. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. We're going to cut through Whetstone. Whetstone is the guy who partnered with Hershey to make the Hershey's Kiss. Isn't that cool? And Whetstone is actually the guy who owns the patent to the machine. That's right. But Hershey still gets to make it. But Whetstone and Hershey partnered together to create the Hershey's Kiss. There you go. Another little nugget of information. How about that? How about that? There we go. And cut through Whetstone here. You can also take a tour. Don't know how much tickets are. Of the Whetstone factory right here. They give you little booties for your shoes. And they give you a little hairnet. And you get to walk through and see how their chocolate is made. It's pretty cool. You also have a shop right here, which is where you can buy your tickets, with all kinds of delicious chocolate. So yummy. I bought some chocolate liqueur in that building. Still in my house today. Is it? Maybe not. I don't know. Now that I think about that, I think I gave it as a gift to somebody. Taste. Oh, and there's tastings. to go along with the tour. So that's kind of cool, right? You don't just get to see how it's made, but you get to eat chocolate. Whetstone was cool. Windows in the lunchroom worth billions. Yes, yes. Yes, why are they worth billions? Because they're made of stained Tiffany glass. Yes. Yep, that's in Flagler University in their cafeteria. I'm sure they look more lovely from the inside, though I guess that probably has glass on either side of it, right? So, I don't know. Hopefully the glass is cleaned daily and you can enjoy it. Can't see it from the road as much because of the glass, but you know. Those are dorms right there for the university. They just built those in the past 2 years. Four, three, two, one. There we go. Winery. Again, see? So easy and walkable. And safe. Look, that's the police department right there. Here we go.
Are you ready?
Here we go.
Hello.
Hi.
You here for a tasting?
We are.
How many is there?
One.
Oh, just one.
Well, physically, yes.
You in the digital group.
There you go.
Here you go. So you'll try a total of 8 wines today.
Okay.
3
Then-
dries, 3 sweets, and 2 dessert wines.
Fabulous.
We'll start with the dries all the way at that copper counter in the back. You have a great day, man.
Hi there, you just put your glass here. You got somebody else with you?
Nope, just me.
Just you, okay. I'll be right with you. Let me pour the last one here. Okay, this is going to be the Cabernet Sauvignon number 4. And this is a medium bodied cab, 13% alcohol. A little over 1% residual sugar. Goes great, extra sharp macaroni and cheese, smoked salmon steak. Okay. This is going to be the Chardonnay. This is number 1 on the wine menu, unoaked Chardonnay. Nice, smooth, vigorous, clean finish. Okay. So from here, you can take your glasses. First archway right there by the red baskets. Go up to the top of the stairs. If you turn left, there's an optional paid station there. She can explain that one. If you turn to the right, follow the blue lights into the barrel room, they'll start getting sweeter. They'll start with number 6, the Rosa. Those will be the local Muscat grapes.
Awesome.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, folks. So you put your glasses right there. I'll be right with you.
Pinot?
Pinot Grigio, number 5. A little more fruit forward, a little bit more acidity to it. All right, so this is, I just
Pinot?
have dry wines here. So this is the Chardonnay to start. First one on the wine menu. Unoaked Chardonnay, nice, smooth, good, crisp, and finish.
You can just pour it straight in there if you don't want. Yeah. That's what it's for.
And this is the entryway into the two wines.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There you go. How's that?
Okay, this is the Cabernet. This is the last one I have, number 4, medium bodied cab, and a little bit more fruit forward. Okay, this is going to be the Pinot Grigio, number 5. A little bit more fruit forward, but it's a little bit crisp, a little bit more acidity to it.
Yeah, definitely fruity.
Pardon? It's a more fruit
Very
forward
fruity,
than
yep.
Yeah, Muscat.
Okay. Am I
All
done?
right. So for both of you on the, when you're finishing the cab, what you're gonna do is take your glasses, your wine menus, Go to the first archway right there by the red baskets. Go up the stairs. If you turn left, there's an optional paid station there. She can describe that. If you turn to the right, out of the blue lights into the barrel room, they'll start getting sweeter.
Okay.
Just pour right there. All right. So you don't want to stop at the paid station. Go top of the stairs, turn right.
All right. We're not going to stop at the paid station there. I'm here for free stuff. Well, they got anybody's cabin sauvignon. Love it. Here we go. Oh, that feels good. I'll try that one. Did you know each ton of muscadine grapes, such as Noble and Carlos, yields approximately 165 gallons of juice? Wow. After fermenting, racking, filtering, and bottling, the result will be over 4,000 glasses of delicious fruit-forward red or white wine. Lovely. Yeah, so muscadine grapes are what San Sebastian's known for. Waiting for everybody to clear out. So what's really nice is they give you a list. As you taste, they tell you what number. So if you end up tasting something you really like, you can mark it with your pencil so that when you go downstairs after all the tastings, you know what you want to buy, if you want to buy anything. So it's kind of nice. I might grab some while I'm here. Then again, I might wait for a good case sale. So sometimes they're red and they're white. Are sometimes on sale where buy a case, get a case free. So I'll get like a case of red and a case of white, and then I will use it for Christmas presents. Talk about buying local.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Line them up.
Line them up.
I've got the muscadine, Rosa vintage white vintage register,
the
Rosa
vintage.
number 6. This is a Norton muscadine table wine.
This is the Rosa?
Yep.
Okay.
It's very light, very crisp. That's a summer afternoon sitting on the back porch sipping.
That is. That's lovely.
You can take it to the pool, take it to the beach. Now the white is a lot sweeter. Number 8 is a Moscato Lightweight. It's 11 alcohol, almost 6 sugar.
Wow.
This is adult grape juice.
Sign us up for that.
I always tell people grape juice with alcohol. Don't forget the alcohol.
Okay. That's where the adult part comes in.
Well, see, it has so much sugar, it hides the alcohol. And that makes it a very dangerous.
Don't know until you stand up, right?
Yeah, until your legs won't work.
Very sweet.
Yeah, but it's very smooth.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not
Now, the
overly red. That's my favorite.
Number 9, same alcohol, same sugar as the white, but reds have tannin. And then suppresses sweetness. So this will start out not as sweet as the white and sweeten up the more you taste it.
Gotcha.
Number 9.
Number 9. My favorite number.
That's a nice little red, got not a lot of acid.
Yeah, that's lovely.
The dog's howling more than they ate.
Nice. Lovely. Thank you very much.
This is our barrel hoppers.
No way.
It's actually our blend.
Upstairs.
This end of the building is the second strongest, rated as the second strongest structure in all of St. Augustine.
Really?
This end of the building is anchored, petrified homes.
What's number one?
There's a hot hotel downtown. Not much difference, but this one has the advantage you got curtain. So if there's a hurricane,
This thing's not going anywhere.
Not gonna work.
right now your feet are 18 feet above the water. You're in the second strongest structure in St. Augustine.
Very cool.
And you got $500,000 worth of work. So would you go to the hotel or would you come here?
I will come here.
I'll be here. Catch me here.
Okay?
Awesome. Thank you. Lovely. Oh, I like what they did with the top of the barrels. The corks.
So I have two dessert wines for you to try with me. This first one is a cream sherry. This is number 11 on the book. Our cream sherry is made
Cream sherry
muscadine grapes and brandy. So it's 18%
and ruby port. So these are dessert wines that we're about to taste. Dilo, you would love the red and the white. They're sweet, but they're not like sugary sweet. You know what I mean? Lovely. And the Rosa is so light. The Rosa is very nice. Might get a bottle of each. So they only run like, hold on. I've got the prices right here. Let's see. The Vintner's White runs $10.99. Yeah, all three run $10.99. The white, the red, and the Rosa. Where's the Rosa? There it is. Oh, the Rosa's $9.99, and the red and the white is $10.99. Lovely, and it's because of the kind of muscadine grape that they use. Very sweet. So yeah, if you like sweet wines. And those dry ones that we had downstairs, what was that? That was the Chardonnay, the Cabernet Sauvignon, and we had the Pinot, all three downstairs. We're not like super overly dry. I guess the Chardonnay was probably the driest. Hopefully not COVID. Every time I sneeze or I cough, I gotta do the whole, not COVID, not COVID. I promise. Because mine is freaking right now, it is allergies. Like right now, you can hear my voice is going. It's allergies, man. There's something blooming down here in Florida right now that's driving me nuts. It started in Texas. It was really bad when I was in Texas for 10 days. But then I got back here and I was fine, and then something started blooming. And ever since then, lots of sneezing. So I've been doing good. You guys haven't heard me sneeze, have you? I'm doing all right. Just losing my voice instead. Talking more than I've talked all week. So guys, don't forget June 26th, 626. June 26th, we're giving away Stitch. They're $10 a piece, just like the Plutos were. And if you want to donate, make sure that you put that it's for Stitch when you donate. Let's see if we can get to 50 again. I think we gave away 53 Plutos. So I hope that I hope we can get up to at least 50 again. That would be great. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Welcome, welcome. So I've got 2 dessert wines for you to try with me. This first one is our cream sherry. Our cream sherry is made from the muscadine grapes and brandy. It is 18% alcohol. Best way to drink this is several small sips so that your palate can acclimate and you can taste all the different flavors in here. When you first taste this, you're going to notice some caramely flavors or butterscotch. Then your next taste, you're going to notice dates and figs and raisins. And then it finishes with like a pecan flavor. Yeah.
Oh, you're fine. This is ruby port.
No, that's your cream sherry. Number 11. And of course, if you wanted to pair, excuse me, if you wanted to pair this up with dessert, you know, something nice and creamy, a piece of cheesecake, or I think I'd drizzle over some bread pudding would be really good.
It's pretty sick. It smells really good.
And the second one I have for you to try is our ruby port. Now our ruby port's number 12 on your brochure. It is made from the muscadine grape and brandy, just like the first one you tried. However, this one we actually aged for 6 months in the oak barrels that you saw back in that room. So you're going to notice that, you know, when you taste this, you're going to think, gee, it tastes a little bit like bourbon, but there's no bourbon in the wine. It's just from the barrel. You'll notice just a slight oakiness with that as well. And that's a great pair up. In my opinion, if I was going to serve it with dessert, I would probably put this with a nice piece, like a dense piece of chocolate cake. I think it would go great with something like that.
Yeah, last one's
It's definitely nuttier, yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just and just enough, you know.
Yeah,
It's
not
only
super
aged
strong, yeah.
Only aged for 6 months in there. So now the other port we have is aged, I think, 18 months. So that would, I mean, but yet it is still smooth and really, really good. So
That's lovely.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Hi, step on up. How are you guys?
All right. Okay, guys.
Just make sure you get one of these too. So then it's just on tap.
All right. What did I say I wanted? I wanted to get a rosa and a red.
Yeah, I'll buy it. That's my stuff. I'm Phil.
Okay. And your total is 35.46 pages.
Good.
Are you guys in line? Okay.
What's up? Make sure you bought it straight from me. Appreciate it. We enjoyed it. Thank you. We got busy last weekend. Was it busy last weekend? Phil, if you've never been, come on up to North Carolina to the Outer Banks. That's where we're at. It's pretty nice.
Oh, I've heard it's beautiful.
Very low key, but it's really cool.
Woohoo! Next.
Thank you.
guys all set?
I can take what
Yeah.
next.
Get 3.
Yep.
Get a 4th bottle, you get $2 off. If you're interested.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, your total is $34.05, please.
Oh, that's actually cool. Okay, if I get. Okay.
$27.88.
You guys know when your next buy one get one on cases is going to be?
We don't. Everyone's asking, but
I know,
we
it's been a
don't
while,
know
so I
until
figured-
they decide to actually trigger it. So
Gotcha.
it'll be-
Where would that be advertised?
Oh, I'm
That's
so
all right.
sorry.
You're
Did not see
fine.
that there.
I got it.
A little tripod action.
No worries. No worries.
Are you talking about the BOGO?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going to be doing it anymore. Not in the foreseeable future. Would you like a receipt?
We do give a discount, a 20% discount on a case of 12, which is a really good deal. If
Oh,
you're-
that's good to know.
Yeah, and we have a wine of the month as well. This month it is our cab. And
Yeah, I
next
saw
month-
that.
Yeah, what is it next month?
you.
Vintner's White next
White?
month. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just local, and so I always wait for that email.
Yeah.
I wait for that email and hadn't seen it in a while, and I'm like,
Yeah. You know, I never
Figured I'd
say
ask.
never. You never know. But
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, he said foreseeable future. That's
Yeah,
a good way to put it.
foreseeable future,
Yes.
not never.
Now,
thank
I'm
you.
not entirely sure if we're going to keep doing it, but if you were a fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars, they do a deal with them. They do teal deals.
I can pretend to be a Jag fan.
But it's a season pass thing. Like if you buy like their
Oh,
season
gotcha.
pass, you
Oh,
get,
yeah. Yeah, I won't be doing that.
like, you want season pass just for the free wine?
Nah, as tempting as it is.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Alright, you're all set.
Excuse me. You guys went for a ride. There's the trolley, FYI. Hold on, I'm putting on my sunglasses real quick. Sorry if you're looking at the parking lot. There we go. Whew. All right, guys. Got my wine. I got one rosa, one red, and one white. Nice to have. Sometimes I sit out on the lanai with it's safe to cross here considering that's a dead end. Oh, it's lovely. So anyway, I sit out on the lanai with my neighbors sometimes, Pat and John next door, and have a glass of wine. So I thought, why not pick some up? Why not support a local business, right? Florida business anyway. They're all over the area. Anyway, let me see if I can read some of y'all's comments, if any. You're living in the wrong state. We got to get the Stacy's here. That was 3 bottles for $35. Though she said if I bought a 4th, it got $4 off or something, but I wasn't interested in getting a 4th right now. Hi, David. Lots of wineries up by you and vineyards. Nice. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to keep walking. If you guys have a question or something, I'll try and catch the I'll try and tip my sunglasses down and read your comments as best I can. But right now, one hand is carrying the wine and one's carrying you. So, and the sunglasses are helping me not squint. So, problem is, it's just hard to read the phone in the bright light. So, I'm not ignoring you, I promise. Okay, we're walking back down this way. We're gonna cut over to where my my car is, but I want to take you along the way because you can always look at all the cool old houses and the big oak trees. Always fun. Always fun. And the palm trees. Can't get enough of the palm trees down here, guys. It truly does remind you that you're near the ocean. Here's Whetstone's gift shop right here. They have some yummy treats in there if you ever just want to go in and get some chocolate. Art galleries, all kinds of cool stuff here. It's a great place to come and shop. My favorite place to have lunch, just in case that was on your mind and you wanted to know, where does Beth like to eat lunch in St. Augustine? It is the place called Prohibition Kitchen. It's on St. George's Street, St. George being the oldest street. You'll hear the oldest in front of almost everything here in St. Augustine. So the oldest school, the oldest house, the oldest fort, the oldest city. But the oldest street is St. George, and it's only pedestrians only, and lots of cool shops. My favorite is the Red Pineapple, which is right near Prohibition. It's kind of catty corner from it. But the cool thing is that it has Prohibition Kitchen. It's got an old-timey bar with a really cool cash register in it. It carries over 15 local beers on tap. And it has the coolest vibe to it. Very Prohibition-like. The tin ceiling. The menus are on old newspapers, so when you're holding them up, on one side it prints like a newspaper, on the other side is the menu, so it looks like you're sitting around reading newspapers. It's really cool. For a long time they had a great lobster lobster roll. But since COVID, I think they've been having a hard time getting lobster. So but they do have amazing burgers and other things to eat. Oh, so good. So good. There's the trolley again. That place, the trolley stops at like 20 different spots. So it truly is perfect for someone who is going to be here all weekend. You can buy like a 2-day pass or whatever. And as long as you wear the sticker and you have a receipt in your pocket, you can jump on and off that trolley wherever you want. So it's great if you're drinking or drinking and eating. Or if you just want to go see all the historic spots and you don't want to walk, do the trolley. Now, the red train also used to be one of those things. I see one up there. But I think post-COVID, I heard that they only do the tour. In other words, you stay on the whole time and they do the whole tour and they talk about everything they pass. And that's it. You don't hop on and off. Now, that might have changed. I don't know. But it used to be both of them did the same thing. You could buy the tour and stay on, or you could jump on and off. But now I think the red train just does the one-time tour, whereas the trolley does the hop on and off. So, like I said, I'm not sure. Red train might be back to the hop on and off, but I'm not sure. So there is a 3-story car garage, which is where my car's parked, that's kind of off to the left of town. I say that way because that's about where it is, right over there. We're going to go down a few more blocks and then we'll cut over. It's $15 for the whole day. So I just parked there and I just walked everywhere. So there is that also. You could just park and spend the whole day walking around, eating, drinking, whatever, soaking up the history, doing all the little tours and everything. And then, you know, you go back to the car and you go back to your hotel or home in my case. Someone's asking me a question. Hold on. Where is the closest best beach? From where I am right now in historic St. Augustine, I would say Anastasia Island. So you would go across, if you follow this road all the way down, this road right here, if we keep going straight, you're going to get to Lions Bridge, which we saw earlier in the stream if you were with us. And if you go over Lions Bridge, you're on Anastasia Island. And over there is a state park. You pay like $5 a car, something like that, $7 a car. And you can go to one of the most lovely, humongous beaches. It even has like a little bar and grill, so you can grab food and stuff. There's bathrooms. It is a great place to go to the beach. Yes, you do have to pay to get into there, but there's also beaches on Anastasia Island where you don't. Just keep going straight, and you'll hit a regular beach. But if you're asking for the best beach from here, I would say Anastasia Island State Park, I think it's called. It's also where the lighthouse is, which is kind of cool if you want to do that tour. But the beach is great. It's also good for people who have wheelchairs and stuff. They have wheelchair access where you can roll out straight onto the beach. They've got kind of like a rubbery walkway for people like that. So that's pretty awesome for anybody who's disabled. But yeah. There's getting closer to a lot of Flagler's main buildings, original buildings. Again, this was a hotel originally, the first hotel with electricity. So all I'm saying is those guys who were paid just to turn, you know, on the switches for guests, dang, I'd do that. Though again, we're nervous too, right? Not knowing if they would get shocked or anything, being that it was all new, right? It's a beautiful college, though. Lots of art degrees. They do a lot of Bachelor of Arts. What am I trying to say? Like can't remember what their main thing is. It's brain dead. For the past all weekend, guys, all weekend, I've literally been sitting around with my family, like binging on TV and then barbecuing. I've been cooking and I've been watching TV. So my brain is like mush right now. Here's the Poncylon Hotel. So this is what it used to be. Erected in 1885 to 1887 by Flagler. The hotel and railroad magnate. Remember? Contributed greatly to development of Florida's eastern coastal area. Designed by the New York architectural firm Carrere and Hastings. Building reflects the Spanish Renaissance style throughout. Yep, pretty darn cool. There he is, the man himself. Think how amazing he is. And then you look over there at the San Marco and you know the story of how he kind of swindled a guy out of that hotel, and it kind of makes you think, yeah, he was definitely a businessman. Definitely. This square that we walked through earlier is gorgeous at Christmas. It's all white lights. If you guys have ever been here at Christmas time, all of the historic buildings are covered in white lights. They're all outlined in white lights, and this square here is just covered These oak trees are just absolutely drenched in white lights. It is so beautiful. Adele and Norris were here during Christmas, and they got to see the lights. So they kind of know what I'm talking about. All right. We're going to shoot right down the street because this is where so you're going to get to see a little bit more of Flagler College as we walk. It's so pretty. The fact that it's like surrounded by humongous oaks. Look at this oak. Massive. So there is the largest, the oldest tree in St. Augustine is over 800 years old. It's called the Governor. They say because it's old and crooked or something like that. Anyway, it sits near the Little Best Western in St. Augustine, off the beaten path, and they call it the Old Governor. And it was dated by the University of Florida. They did like a core sampling and said that it was over 800 years old. Here is the cafeteria, guys, and you're not going to be impressed because it's very foggy, bulletproof glass. So you really can't see the beautiful stained glass beneath it, but that is all Tiffany stained glass that surrounds that whole cafeteria. But you can take a tour of Flagler College and they can show you, I'm assuming, the inside where you can see that glass more closely. But like I said, from outside it's not impressive. You're just like, you would never know that is millions and millions of dollars of Tiffany stained glass. But there you go. That's the cafeteria right there. So St. George Street is just one block over to the right. That's where all the stores and restaurants are. Unfortunately, it also has a fairly low signal. So taking you down, it kind of stinks. I'd love to take you in some of my favorite little stores and all that cool stuff, but unfortunately, it's a crappy signal. I don't know if it's because it's a narrow street or the buildings make it less of a signal. I'm not sure. But alas, taking you down it would either be pixelated and grainy or I would lose you entirely. So you guys haven't told me lately is how's the signal right now? I don't even know. We could be pixelated and grainy now and I didn't even know. Oh, there goes the trolley again. So they also have like parking lots, like we're coming up here on the left. This is Cordova Street right here that we're on. These lots you can pay for a certain amount of time to park if you didn't want to do the $15 in the main garage. Ooh, there's like a secondhand book store. Nice. Need to go in there. 50 to 75% off. Nice. There's also some little great bars and pubs down these side streets that a lot of people don't know about, but they're really cool. Lolita. Look at that. Aren't they cute? Cute little narrow streets. So I don't know if you heard earlier, but there was like over 15 bed and breakfasts just in this little area alone. Historic St. Augustine. We're coming up on one right now called the Old Powder. Is that the Old Powder House? The old. It's super cute. I only know about it because I actually did a job interview there when I was looking for a job and thinking about maybe going into the bed and breakfast industry. The old Powder House. And I got to see several of the rooms and their whole setup for breakfast, and it's absolutely gorgeous. See, and I'm saying this, and they didn't hire me. I was hired or offer a job a little farther down at a different bed and breakfast, but they wanted me to work every holiday. And you know what? I've been working long enough and hard enough and have enough experience, maybe not in bed and breakfast, but that there was no way in heck I was going to work holidays. Maybe if I was 18 and didn't give a crap, but yeah. So I think it's called the Carriage House. It's right here down on the right across the street. So it's on Cordova and Cunha. It was lovely. Very much more like a boutique bed and breakfast. Like all of the employees wore purple shirts, collared shirts and everything. A little more corporate feeling, but lovely nonetheless. Carriage Way. There we go, bed and breakfast. It was lovely. It's right there. I did not take that job. I said no. So they were mainly offering me the job due to my social media experience, but nonetheless, I would be taking on other responsibilities that I was not willing to take on holidays. So yeah, I said thanks, but no thanks. See, we're coming up on several other. Here's Sentinel House Inn, and then right next to it here on the corner is Casa de Sueños. So there are bed and breakfasts everywhere in St. Augustine, and all within a block of St. George. So it just shows you, and 2 blocks to the water. So here's another one, Southern Wind. These are all, gosh, I haven't heard one bad thing about a bed and breakfast in St. Augustine. So there's my plug. Check out the bed and breakfasts. They're quite lovely. Quite lovely. Okay, we're coming up on the love tree. Do you guys know what a love tree is? Love tree. It's a superstitious thing to it. If you confess your love under this tree, you will be together forever. That's right. Make sure. If you're near a love tree, make sure you are with the person you want to be forever. So it is a tree that has another tree growing out of it, a completely different kind of tree. In this case, it's a palm tree growing out of a maple? I don't know. We'll look and see. It's time to set down this wine and rest my weary hand that's been gripping it. So I am not with anybody right now. Hello, husband, if you're watching, which I'm sure you're not, but just in case, I do love you. I will say it under the love tree. But it is here. Here it is. Okay. So that looks, gosh, it almost looks like a pecan tree. But if you go up this one, there is a palm tree right there, growing right there. So this is called a love tree. And if you stand under it, the leaves make me think it's a really old pecan tree, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Ryan would be able to tell me. But this is called the love tree. It's right here by the Cheesecake Company. Oh my goodness, that's dangerous in itself. So yes, make sure that that's the person you want to stay with forever, because superstition goes that you'll be with that person forever. This is the very first wax museum coming up here on the left. So you think about the wax museums and all the main cities that do all the big stars and stuff like that. This was the very first one. This is Potter's Wax Museum. There you go. And now we're going to go across the street. Since that person has to stop at the stop sign. So this was the outer gates. This was the outer gates of the fort. So if you were on the outside of the gates, all the pirates and crazy people, and good luck at surviving if you were outside the gates at night. Also, if you weren't Catholic, they shoved you in a cemetery outside the gates. You were not allowed to be buried within the fort. So those poor souls there, because they didn't want to be the same religion, got parked out here. Not to say anything about the Catholic Church now, but I'm just saying, back then, it was mighty strict. All right, amazingly, this is a parking garage. Isn't it lovely? It blends in, doesn't it? So I am going to say goodbye to you guys. I will be, let me see, hold on, I'll turn this, sit down for a second, and turn this camera around so I can see you and you can see me. Hold on. That's like the welcome center over there. Okay, shady spot. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna see my sweaty face now. Hi. So, don't forget, June 26th, we're handing out Stitch. $10 each. Make sure that if you donate to Venmo, PayPal, or Zelle, make sure you put that it's a Stitch donation and how many you're donating, so I know. And again, on June 26th, we'll be handing them out. I'm hoping to get 50. So let's see. I will show you the Stitch tomorrow, so I hope you join me tomorrow. I will be at Epcot and Hollywood Studios tomorrow. No, Epcot and Magic Kingdom tomorrow. That's where I'll be. So if you want to join me, 2 o'clock Eastern, tomorrow and Thursday. Thursday will be Hollywood Studios, and hopefully we'll get in some amazing rides at Hollywood also. So I hope you join me. And yeah, so Disney the next 2 days, guy, at 2 o'clock Eastern. Who knows how long we'll be on? Who knows? It might be a long time. Who knows? So I hope you join me, and I hope you donate towards Stitch, because on the 26th, we're going to hand out a whole bunch of them. So let's see how many we can hand out. So all the way up until the 25th, I will be purchasing Stitch as you guys donate, okay? And I'll try and give a shout out whenever I can to people who donate. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. I hope you like St. Augustine, guys. I hope you come visit me. Andreas, definitely August 1st. Let's do it. Let's do a tour of the distillery, and then let's go and hit some bars, dude. Let's do it. And anybody else who ever comes to St. Augustine, let me know. Contact me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want. And yeah, totally come and say hi. So I hope you do that. It's a fun little town, and we're only 2 hours away from Orlando, so it's a great little place, and you can get some beach and some sun and some history and some great food. So be there in a couple months, right, Heidi? Can't wait to see you. Gonna be on your trip with your hubby, but I will definitely make sure I spend some time with you. Check. And Andreas, yes, definitely. In Florida, yes, not in St. Augustine, yes. You'll be doing land and sea. But I will definitely make sure I see you during that time at some point. So anyway, guys, I hope you had a great day. Love all of you. I will see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Hope you drop in. Don't forget to donate towards Stitches, towards 626 Day. And stay safe. Make someone smile today, guys. And hey, go find your next adventure.